What's the one stadium which you go to and makes you think, blimey, they actually play football here? You might have said the Emirates, or this one with a stock car racing track around it, but nothing quite compares to the topic of today's video. That's right, we're off to London.
Hey, we're in London, aren't we?
To talk about West Ham's home of the the London Stadium. We're going back in time to the early 2000s, when London was figuring out a way to show how great of a city it is.
Go to London, I guarantee you'll either be mugged or not appreciated.
And what better way to do it, and spend billions of pounds in the process, than host the Olympic Games. London would apply to host the Games in 2012, and just like a historic battle, the French would get smashed by the British, with London winning the right to host the Games in 2005. Preparations for the Games would begin, with the work going into the design of a showpiece 80,000 seater stadium in Stratford in East London. Construction on the stadium began in May 2008, and the stadium was opened on the 6th of May 2012. So what makes this stadium so special? I suppose it used a quarter the amount of steel than the Bird's Nest Stadium, and the roof only actually covered 2/3 of the seats. Clearly the designers have never been to the UK. Once the stadium had been used for all the Olympic stuff, it was time to figure out what to do with it now. After much discussion, it was decided that West Ham would take it over on a 99-year lease, so it was time to get the stadium ready to host football matches. The work that was done to transform the stadium included making sure the roof covered all the seats in the ground and moving the floodlights from the top of the roof to hanging on the roof itself. However, the party piece of the stadium has to be the retractable seats, which allows the stadium to switch from being a football stadium to an athletics one, to the delight of Hammers fans.
The players look so small, it's like they're little ants, and you actually don't feel part of the game.
So how much did it cost for all this conversion extravaganza? A cool 300 million. Just for comparison, that's 4 Brentford stadiums, 10 Plough Lanes. And you still get reviews like this.
Around the outside of the stadium, it might as well be like a food market, but let's keep it traditional. Hot dogs, burgers, chips. There's no pie and mash, like, are you kidding me?
And how much did West Ham pay for their new home? It was reported that they contributed £15 million to the conversion costs and £2.5 million a year in rent. Probably the club's greatest signing since Paolo, but with views like this, who's the real winner?
Tell me if this is serious, if this is professional, if this is normal in a top club, in a top league in the world.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you feel like subscribing too, that would be fab. What are your experiences with London Stadium? Feel free to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear them. Next up, it's our final stop on our journey across the Premier League. That's right, it's Wolves with their French sounding ground of Molineux. This has been a civil conversation, and I will see you in the next video.